Mark indicates that both wineskin and wine will be destroyed. If we understand the wine to be Messianic Judaism, if we understand the wineskins to be traditionally structured Judaism, and if we look at the future of both Jew and Israel, we can clearly see, I think, why this would all need to be stored for a later date, because I think there's an indicator of future world events. New and fresh, it says. The Greek word is neos, meaning recently born. A woman would give birth to a neos baby, something that was recently born but hadn't had time to grow up yet. So new in this respect implies immaturity or a lack of development. And fresh is a Greek word kainos, which means renewed, and it links to a quality of form rather than implying that the thing is so old and so far gone it serves no purpose. So an old wineskin may well have lost the flexibility to stretch and accommodate new wine, but an old wineskin can be of great purpose and value if those qualities that it has are renewed or freshened up. If the new wineskin, Messianic Judaism, is poured into old wineskins, traditionally structured Judaism, and the religious shape around Judaism doesn't adapt, then both the wine and the wineskins are going to be useless. But if the old religious forms become freshly prepared, kainos, if they become reconditioned to accept and to accommodate their Messiah, Yeshua, then both the faith in Yeshua and the wineskin with Judaism are preserved. So I think that within the Jewish time and setting, Jesus is saying that the only vessel which could hold the new wine of Messianic life was a prepared, renewed, restored, reconditioned and refreshed Judaism, which is what we see come out of Judaism for the first 300 years.
But where are we now? As I was listening to you, I was thinking, well, the church, is that an old wineskin now? Does the new wine necessitate not just the change with Judaism, but also with churchianity, the old style autocratic church, that effectively you could read this in a modern context where you're substituting the audience for the modern churchianity?
There's a lot that the church need to take back hold of. When I spoke at church on Sunday last week, I talked about I could probably send out, do an exit poll on most evangelical churches, and they wouldn't know anything about the creeds on which our faith is built.
Yes.
The Apostolic Creed, the Nicene Creed, the Chalcedonian Creed. These are very important documents which tie in incredibly well to the roots of our faith. We need to understand the place and the purpose of not only the church on earth, the body of Christ, but also the people of Israel, the Jewish people, and the plans that God has for them in terms of ushering the return of Jesus. This is why the people have tried to wipe the Jews out, because if there is no Jew, no one can call Jesus back. It's not the church that call him back, it's the Jews.